Okay, State Farm. I am back up here. I am sorry that we've had to go through this twice today. So I'm back up here. There's been no changes. Haven't even had an opportunity to walk back down. I got the roof snake. I want to get started as quick as I possibly can. While documenting this, I'm going to zoom in just a little so you can get a better view. But I'm using that pitch hop for support, and then hopefully I have the roof snake secured where we are not going to run into another scenario where it freaking falls off the roof. So, with that, I have broken the bonds below. I am checking for excessive levels of mat transfer, being careful not to lift up too high. And there's a couple cracking points that I can feel on the back side of the shingle, which I'll show for once I'm done, that tells me the back side of that shingle has ripped and torn from just breaking the seal. So we got 1, 2, 3. Okay, perfect. And now I'm going to start utilizing the roof snake, finding the nails, and pulling them out accordingly so that we can be safe and go home tonight. And seem to be a pretty soft pull where the shingle has torn through the nail. The nail's pretty solid. Trying to hold down this shingle row above. So we got the first nail. Unfortunately, my magnetic strip fell too, so I can't secure those. Where's our second nail? And that has torn right through the shingle itself, but relatively easy to get at this stage. So second nail, find our third. Where are we at, baby? Wow, that has completely ripped through somewhere. We'll find it. Hopefully we'll find it so we can nail it down flat and make sure there's no obstructions. But that looks to be, the first row is actually loose, but it's only because it is pulled through the shingles themselves. So I got to find those nails before we're done and make sure that we are installing properly here a new repair. And where is our nail? All of these have literally became at a section where they have pulled out the nails. And so this makes it kind of hard on me to find where they are and pull them through without lifting these up high enough to see. And I hope you can respect that, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to make sure that we are doing things the way State Farm wants them to be done, and then hopefully getting a new shingle in here today. And this is just completely obliterated, this row, just by trying to get that nail. So we have 3 out of 8 nails, by the way, and this should be loose somewhere. So maybe there's another one. There's got to be another one. Yeah, fucker. Excuse my language. Yo, this is our damaged shingle. I'm going to try to put it to the side without killing myself. And hopefully, shingle coming down the front. Be able to get a new one, slide it in, and then we will start documenting some of this process. But I'm already seeing clear signs of failure in the form of this repair, which would justify by all standards that, you know, we have to repair multiple areas around it in order to do this properly. And that's just going to horrify this entire scenario on a roof like this, especially at this height, because at this height and steepness, with all due respect, you know, if we're going to do spot repairs all over this damn thing, well then we need risk, safety, height, and a nice fat labor charge, because this is not cool for anyone to have to go through, in the form of the amount of spot repairs that would have to take place on this small slope. And in fact, if we were to do so, the labor charge and risk associated with that would raise the price would probably be more than paying for the whole slope to be replaced in full, where all we have to do is tear everything off and then lay a new layer of shingles on, and making sure that we're doing so in accordance with all building code and proper repair. This, from the areas of damage that I've already been able to see, the mat transfer, the tearing on the back of these shingles, some of the creasing and granular loss, the cracking and holes, this right here is not a proper repair. And for any contractor to have to walk away from something like this or charge a homeowner to do so would be not just improper, but unethical. And so, hoping that State Farm can review this successfully and we have a better determination that will work for all parties, and our company will make sure that they are served properly along the way. So I am literally going to do this as fast as I possibly humanly can to then document the process. Get this first nail in. And we got clear cracking of the shingle already. Okay, first nail, good to go. Get the second one in. And clear forms of cracking on this shingle here as well. Get this first row taken care of, and we will document everything in accordance with State Farm standards. Four more, and then praying to God that I can go home to my family safely tonight, and make sure that the homeowner has been served properly as well. All right, first nail. Second. Third, and last one going in. We're secure. And I'm going to safely put these tools up and try to demonstrate everything that we are looking at while I have nails running all down the roof. Okay, I'm trying to be as safe as possible. I got a light because it's obviously started to get dark. I have all these nails that have now fallen out of the bag to be able to try and show you guys a level of repairability which should be pretty obvious from the first analysis. Look at this. See this level of granular loss that is literally right here by my pitch hop. Look at this pile of granular loss that was streaming down the roof just from this process of repair. And I know State Farm doesn't cover granular loss. It's not about covering granular loss in the form of, I guess, Mother Nature, wear and tear, anything else that you could assess. When it comes through the process of repair, under the direction of repair, the granular loss shows for a significant lack of repairability on these shingles themselves. And so here is our repair. And I'm trying to be safe, trying to make sure I can get the proper documentation for you guys so the homeowner can be served the right way. But here's our repair. Here is the clearly damaged shingle above it. I want to show for this level of cracking as well, which is evident on many of these shingles. But I also want to show for, this is clearly damaged by the way, also want to show for this clear sign of brittleness being able to crack like a cracker and crumble and fall apart. That should tell you right there alone that this specific roof is not repairable by any standards, especially to perform the amount of repairs that have been diagnosed all across this small slope. So the row above has been damaged by all standards. This is a clearly damaged shingle. The nail is in there, right? This shingle has some significant levels of mat transfer up underneath of it from breaking the bond that will never seal again. And if you were to look at the back of the shingle, you can clearly feel holes that were torn just by breaking that tar bond. Here we're looking at the row directly above it, which is the second row above. You can see this clear sign of cracking all the way through the shingle, creasing up at the top, and an obvious amount of granular loss along the way. These shingles right here have all torn underneath through the nails themselves. They are completely broken from just being able to burst that tar bond and then try to remove the nails for that shingle through that section. Then really the rest that we're looking at is just tar bond and then breaking and cracking of the shingles themselves. But by any standard, and I'm trying to be quick on this, by any standard this would be labeled as non-repairable and a fail, to which we would have to, you know, justifiably cover the whole slope instead. And so with that, I'm trying to document this as safe as possible. I have nails everywhere. This should be clear and evident, and this should be something that should be a very easy decision to make on a 9.5 square roof. Thanks, guys.